Hello, my name is Tony Baca. I'm the Senior Vice President of Safety at Berglund Construction Company. This safety orientation video is for our project, Mercy Care Center on Cottage Grove Avenue. This is going to be a 13,500 square foot renovation of an existing structure in 4 phases. So your intro to this job, being the fall of 2020, are truly uncertain times, and there's additional protocol to safety measures, as many of us know, coming on this project. The owner, client, our contracts state all of us need to be vaccinated and prove that we've been vaccinated in order to work on this project. So if this is an obstacle, let us know before the orientation is complete, and our superintendent will have to have you leave and replace you with someone from your respective companies. Additionally, walking in and out of the building, gotta wear a mask. When we're in our isolated work areas and we're isolated away from the owner, client, residents in this building, let's make a determination through Berglund superintendent and communications of whether or not we need to wear a mask all day long. Some trade may elect to do so, and that's fine if that's what you want to do. In addition to that, we will have the typical CDC sign-in sheet every morning of whether or not you've traveled, how you're feeling, if you've been exposed to anyone in your family or friends. This will be signed off on a daily basis. Now, we are a union contractor. Berglund Construction Company expects 100% hard hats, 100% safety glasses once you enter the premises. No arguments, okay? I understand that some of us need reading glasses to look over prints and so on and so forth, but when working with your tools, let's make sure we've got the shock resistant on, because these are not. So let's try and comply with hard hats and safety glasses, keeping in mind that this is a hospital type atmosphere. Infectious controls, whether we use edge form barricades, negative air machines, scrubbers, any type of isolation from the public is a positive. We need to establish ground rules so that we do not expose the residents or the doctors and their help per se to our debris as we walk out of our areas and we're going down common corridors to exit the building to remove our debris from the work area. All Rubbermaids will be covered. All shutdowns, electrical, high energy sources, water, they need to be coordinated 48 hours in advance of the scope of work happening, and we need to communicate this with the owner and the client to make sure that the timing is right for them. They may elect to say, you know what, we need to do this off hours on weekends, or we need to do this on nights. So let's coordinate those shutdowns. Let's make sure that we fill out a hot work permit each and every day. Berglund will assist with the hot work program. We'll see if the owner client wants us to jump on board with their policy. If not, then we will implement ours. It's all about communication. We shouldn't have a lot of tradesmen working in common areas. This is only a 13,500 square foot project. At peak, we may have as many as 15 tradesmen working in these locations. So let's try and coexist to the best of our abilities. Schedule your deliveries. Now, this is a little tricky because the city ordinance for this particular Mercy Care Center states that it's 8 a.m. So as you mobilize the projects, speak with my superintendent, John Sandula, to determine whether or not you're going to deliver on the east elevation on Cottage Grove or the west elevation on the back side of the building. One of those two places will be where you offload, but then again, what time we're offloading, because deliveries may have to be after 8 a.m. We'll know more once we mobilize onto the project. It is an occupied building. There are staff members in the building, and there are residents that live upstairs. So noise, for those contractors that may need to scan and cut the slab on grade to install new plumbing, that's going to be a noise factor, and we're going to have to notify the owner and client and residents of what days that happens, rather than having a contractor come in and start that process and be shut down because they didn't understand that there was going to be that much noise. Communication is going to be key. There are other things, shooting down stud and track. That may have to happen after 8 o'clock in the morning. So there are going to be some noise restrictions on this project. There is parking in the vicinity. I believe there's a parking lot on the backside of the properties. In regard to parking, don't leave any tools or anything on the seats of your vehicles that can be seen. I would suggest that you have it locked up in the trunk of your vehicle and unseen, just so that we don't have any temptation for anything theft-wise to your vehicles. We are a very safe contractor, Bergling Construction Company. We belong to a nationwide insurance captive that tracks what we do and implements policies. And I think that we're all stronger when we can communicate like this. I will be stopping by to do periodic walkthroughs to see how we're doing with infectious control operations, ICRAs, ILSMs, and then of course our own PPE, housekeeping. Housekeeping is your housekeeping. Your mess is your mess. Corridors need to be kept clear. We're going to have multi-trades working in here. We're going to have lots of deliveries, lots of stagings of materials. So housekeeping can be challenging when you're in tight logistics like this. Let's all try and work together. Let's all try and communicate with one another. And let's make this a safe job site for all of us. Once again, Tony Baca, Senior Vice President of Bergling Construction Company. I am a resource for the entire project, not only my team, but your teams. So if there's anything I can do to help your teams, let me know as I do my walkthroughs, and we'll keep that communication going, okay? Take care. Let's have a safe day. Let's have a safe week. Let's have a safe project. Thank you.